Well, it's this time of year where there's always some good news and bad news, right? The dog days of summer are coming to an end, and soon they're going to be dead and gone. The good news is that Q4 is coming up, and I hope everybody is planning accordingly. What you do now will determine whether or not you're going to be successful this holiday season. My name's Jim. This is Wolf of Bricks. Let's go. So before we get into the main topic, of course, I would like to ask you to humbly like and subscribe to this channel. I greatly appreciate it, and it is a big help. Also, before we get into the main topic, this is something I saw on a Facebook post recently. It says, picked a few of these up from the LEGO store, looking at keeping these for the long haul and looking at 100% returns. Was quite surprised to see them on the shelf at the LEGO store. Only one left on the shelf when I left. Online and everywhere, all sold out. So pretty happy with today's haul. Now my question to you is, was this a good decision? I'm not going to give my answer. Feel free to put it in the comments. I would sincerely love to hear what everybody says. But, you know, I said I'm not going to answer it, and I'm not, but what I'm about to say is kind of going to give you the answer that I have in my head. So last night I kept on thinking about this set, and I said, you know what? It pains me to say this, but the Delorean is now the new treehouse. And it's a shame, because I would have loved to have scooped up a ton of these DeLoreans. But here's the deal. Legos are cool regardless. Doesn't matter if you have 100 DeLoreans. Doesn't matter if you have 100 US Capitals. At the end of the day, what matters is how much money was deposited in your checking account after you sold it. Always keep that in mind. But I sincerely do believe that the Delorean is now the new treehouse. And I didn't even realize that they raised the price on the treehouse. It looks like it's going for $199.99 on Amazon, and it said 20% off. I was like, wait a second, it's supposed to be $200, right? I only have one copy. I got it for, I think, $160, and I'm certainly not going to buy any more, no matter how many resellers told me to purchase it over a year ago. But instead of retiring this set, they just decided to raise the price, which I thought was interesting. And, you know, the funny thing was, I said that it was my belief that they were going to retire this at the end of 2021, and whenever Q4 was starting to come up, they were going to announce that they were going to re-release it similar to the Saturn V rocket. I think they probably just said, you know what, instead of doing that, we're just going to keep it for another year. But I'm really happy I didn't purchase it. And there were so many people that were pouring into this set at full price. And that's what everybody is doing with the Delorean. The reason why it's not available is because everybody's buying it to resell, not buying it to consume it and play with it. And there's no way that we know when this set is going to retire. So I guess I kind of played my hand and I gave my answer, but I would still love to hear what your comments are below in the bottom. All right, so we are going to get into the retiring sets for Ninjago, and when I say retiring sets, we're only going to talk about 2. I think there's might be 8 or 9 sets that are retiring, and I pulled the Ninjago retirement list off of Brick Fanatics. If you didn't hear me say it, in a couple months I'm going to post my own list for retiring sets, and I guarantee you will be more accurate than Stone Wars, Brick Fanatics, and all those other places. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't use Brick Fanatics as a reference. It's not bad. Mine will just be a little bit more accurate. So we're going to talk about 2 sets. We're going to talk about the Dragon, set number 71753, Legacy Fire Dragon Attack. This set is gorgeous. Now, as I mentioned before, I really don't get into Ninjago that much, just because I'm busy with so many other sets in different themes. Ninjago is a theme that I kind of flirt with. I'll just look at the dragons. For fun, I'll go ahead and I'll look at their $99 set. It's usually their marquee set of the year. Sometimes there will be, you know, a $250 set. And it will be hard to find. But there's always a set going for around $100. And so what I did was I pulled up a previous dragon set, the Ninjago Skull Sorcerer's Dragon set number 71721. Now this set retired at the end of December of last year, right? And if we go to, of course, my buddy Camel, you could see that it's not doing too bad, right? So the cheapest you could have got it for was $64 and change, which is not bad at all. And it's currently going for $143, and that's before Q4, which is great. There's potential for it to go up another 10 or 20, maybe $25 around that first week of December in Q4. And I don't own this set. I've owned some previous dragons that I've done very well at. But anybody else that owns this set, I hope you do well, because you definitely made a good decision when it came to purchasing this set. All right, and for the $99 set, we have the Temple of the Endless Sea. Goes for approximately $99. There's LEGO giving me a different currency because it's on a different country website, which is fine. Now, in the past, this is one of their recent $99 sets. It's the Ninjago Skull Sorcerer's Dungeons, set number 71722. And when you go to Camel, you could see that it's doing pretty well. Doesn't look like that this was discounted. Well, at least it's not showing on Camel. It doesn't mean it wasn't discounted at some point in time. But if you could see, right here is whenever it ran out of stock, it went as high as $229. And I've said this in the past, anytime that there's a set that goes out of stock and it spikes, whenever it comes back into stock and eventually retires, whatever that spiked price is, usually whenever it retires, it'll be 20% higher than that spike price. So if that's going to happen in this case, I mean, this is a very good set for anybody that has purchased it. And again, this set only retired about 8 months ago. So it'll be interesting to see what this set does around Q4. I mean, if you love this set, I would love for you to say hi in the comments, because this is, this almost looks like one that I should have been paying attention to, and I just didn't. So when we do go to the Excel, you can see right here that the Amazon ROI is 80% for the dragon and 75% for the Sorcerer's Dungeons. On eBay, it's a different story. You're looking at 44% and 49% respectively. Now again, we haven't even hit a Q4, right? And we always talk about holding these sets, you know, anywhere between 12 to 24 months. This isn't even 8 months in. So it's looking pretty good for these two sets. And this actually makes me want to go ahead and put this dragon set higher up on my buying list than what it actually already is. Hope you enjoyed the video, my friends. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.